Behold me streaming on Twitch. Twitch, look at me on Twitch. I'm on Twitch, testing the audio to make sure we have sound. All right, we have sound. All right, cool. And Dementia Radio.
Yes, Twitch, the audio on Twitch, the audio belonging especially to Twitch. Twitch is audio.
Yes, and now we're on Dementia Radio and recording in 3, 2, 1.
Recorded live on DementiaRadio.org, it's the Funny Music Podcast, brought to you by FuMP.com, where you can download new free comedy songs twice a week. Now, here's your hosts, Devo Spice and the great Luke Ski.
Hey, Devo Spice.
Hey, Luke Ski.
We have TV's Kyle with us.
The drawing of a guy is now a guy again.
Yes. And Kyle's not in the same room with Luke because Luke is at Pink's for some reason.
Well, the reason is Stephanie is still here.
Yes.
She decided because of that, whole warm weather, good climate thing to stick around a few extra days because she could. And that's when it wasn't until a little bit earlier when I realized, oh, yeah, there's a FuMPCast I'm supposed to be on. So
I remember when Devo sent the email.
So, yeah.
As long as one of us remembers, it's fine. So
what do we got going on this week, Mr. Kyle or Mr. Devo?
Welcome to episode 608 of the Funny Music Podcast for February 10th, 2022. Brief, Delicate Rainstorm is the title of this week's episode, and your job is to work that into our conversation somehow. I'm putting it in the chat, even though you probably can't see it because you're on your phone. All right.
Well, yeah, I'm typing it into my phone.
You could do that. Can you see the chat?
Whoa, it's exactly the thing I just typed into my phone.
Yes. Isn't that amazing?
No.
All right, let's do this thing.
Let's get caught up with what Devo and Luke have been up to since last week. Or else Devo, if Luke bailed and didn't show up.
Hey!
What?
Oh, he's right.
So, Luke, what you been up to?
I have been up to working my job and hanging out with Steph. My sister, as a gift, gave me some money to go get a massage, so I actually did that earlier today at a place called Burke Williams, which is kind of a hoity-toity place. I was there once before, like 5 years ago, so yeah. And then after that, we came here to Pink's for dinner, because an important LA area breakfast is for breakfast or meal plan for the day. For breakfast, I had 5 pieces of sushi that were like a day or two old in my fridge that were left over. And then for lunch, I had Chili John's chili dog. And now for dinner, I'm having a Pink's pastrami burrito, which is 2 hot dogs and some pastrami and they're chili inside this burrito. And then you eat it, and it's huge. So
that sounds amazing.
Yeah, it's
I've lived here
good,
for so long, and I still haven't gone to Pink's. I really got to do something about that.
So, just in case I end up appearing from the podcast early, because that might happen, I wanted to do the whole thing about, because I haven't updated the website. The fundraiser for the MarsCon comedy music track is currently at 40%. The goal amount is $596 at the moment. That may change, but that's what it is for now. And we are at about, I think, 238 or so of that, roughly speaking. So yeah, so basically we're at 40% for the fundraiser, and we got a month to go, so please go to MarsConComedy.com and pick up the fundraiser album to help pay for the hotel rooms of the non-guests of honor hotel rooms. So basically, the not Kyle hotel room, because Kyle and Lindsay are the guests of honor. Yay! And I finally got around to updating the website with the new Kyle and Lindsay information and a new updated bio so that Lindsay gets much more attention because she deserves it. But yeah, that's about all for me right now. So what's up with you?
Well, actually, last week I was going to mention something and forgot because the way the FuMPCast went last week, I just kind of got all discombobulated. But I actually did a movie review on YouTube for the new Scream movie. Something like 22 people have watched it so far. So if you go to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/DevoSpice, you can watch my review of Scream. I've wanted to do. I have this idea for a movie review show, and I've wanted to do it for a while. And this is just kind of a proof of concept, like to see how hard it is to like watch a movie, write jokes about the movie, formulate jokes into a review about the movie, and then record the review and put it up. And it wasn't terrible, wasn't that bad. I would like to do more. Contemplating going to see Moonfall because that looks like a hot mess and should be fun to review. And so yeah, so I enjoyed it. The people who saw it seemed to enjoy it, but YouTube isn't showing it to anybody. So so go to youtube.com/DevoSpice and watch my review of Scream. Yesterday I had a wicked migraine, so that was fun.
Yay!
And yesterday was also when I pre-recorded my interview with Lauren Mayer, which will happen later in the show. So
Yay!
I was wearing my special like head ice pack container thing at the time. The migraine wasn't so bad when I was interviewing Lauren. About an hour later, it hit me hard, and I went to bed at 7:30 last night, and then just spent the rest of the night just kind of writhing in pain and trying not to throw up. It was fun.
Ooh.
So
now I don't know what this headgear looks like, but I imagine it being like, a beer hat, but with 2 ice packs on each.
kinda, yeah, but the ice packs are on the inside, so.
I imagine it being like Mr. Freeze from Batman the Animated Series, just like a big dome
that would
over your head.
be awesome. Just if I could, I mean, I love the thing, but I think I want to buy another one. It's a smaller size because I think I bought a large because I have a freaking huge head. But I think if
Fat head day.
yeah, I think if I bought a slightly smaller one, it would be tighter and would actually feel better. So I may buy another one.
Have the Mr. Freeze dome on. Mr. Freeze dome on. She'll be like, "Damn, it sucks to get cold."
I get jokes.
Speaking of buying things, I'm buying a cutter because of Kyle. So so I'm buying this. What the hell is it called? Not Circuit. Is it Circuit? Shit. I gotta pull up my order. Hang on. I'm sorry. What the hell is it called? Amazon. Your Amazon order. Viewer manage this order. Just tell me what the fuck it was. Cricut. That's what it's called. It's called a Cricut. It's basically an inkjet printer.
Cricut.
Yeah, but it's an inkjet printer, but instead of having ink in it, it's got a blade, and it goes and it cuts all kinds of shapes out of paper and stuff.
And it kills a bunch of crickets and uses it to make ink.
I
have
certainly
a
hope
Cricut.
so. Do you?
I got a Cricut instead of coming to California last January.
Oh, okay.
So,
How do you like it?
It's awesome. And you can do a lot of things with it. And I was telling Luke that he needs one because he could do a lot of things with it in terms of merch and stuff.
Yeah, well, that's why I bought it, because I'm making a whole bunch of CDs for Kyle, and I'm instead of jewel cases, he just wants the regular. Actually, I can show you.
Yeah.
Stephanie is giving me the "I told you so, I was right" face. As she should.
He wants.
I'm looking at Kyle's face. Oh,
he wants one of these CD folder things where you put the CD in. It doesn't open up at all, but it folds together, and you have to glue it. So it's a template that I had to cut out by hand and glue by hand, and I'm like, that's a lot of cutting and gluing. So at least if I can get the cutting part, machinable, it'll go quicker. So I'm buying a Cricut.
You realize that you could make your own like Devo Spice water bottles and stuff.
Yes,
too.
yeah, and that's the other reason I'm buying it, is because now I can make like stickers and decals and things like that. So
I think she means a Devo Spice moisture receptacle.
Yes. I mean, you can actually, you can do a lot of things with it. You could do your own Starbucks cups.
Ooh. Yeah, because we did talk about that. That would be neat. All right. So, Kyle, what have you been up to?
I've been working on Snoopy, which is still fun, and I've also been, working on my Ground Keith and Miss Citrus pitch, including, putting the pitch storyboard the rest of the way together. Luke's got just a little bit left to go, cleaning up, and then I should be able to start adding audio. This is a neat thing. Kevin Manthe, the guy who did the music for Invader Zim, reached out to me out of nowhere, and he's going to score this for me.
Oh, wow. Nice.
So that's going to have a nice little professional polish to it. I got to go visit his recording ranch in Canyon County, and it's gorgeous. He's got musical instruments everywhere, including some he invented. And you can see from the recording booth horsies and cowies.
Nice.
Pretty sweet.
See, I can see a peg wall. Can he
Part
see
wall,
a peg
part
wall? All right. So you posted a song.
Mm-hmm.
Give us a quick intro. Will you give it a listen?
I Like Borko.
All right. Here is I Like Borko by TV's Kyle.
I like Borko, he's a heck of a guy. It's somewhat challenging to tell you why. He's such a charmer from his head to his thigh. I like Borko, I like Borko. He's a master of the art of the dance. He invented psychological pants. He's a rapper, but his name isn't Chance. I like Borko, I like Borko. It isn't easy to sum Borko up clean. This is less of an ode, more of a fever dream. I like Borko, his name starts with a B. What follows next is O-R-K-O-U-C. That makes a Borko in all totality. I like Borko, I like Borko. I like Borko, he's the wizard of id. I saw him eat his body weight in fried squid. He's got 5 wives, 1 husband, and 40 kids. I like Borko, I like Borko. He's a culinary je ne sais quoi. He's making escargot pour vous et pour moi. Why am I speaking Francais? Je ne sais pas. Je t'aime Borko, je t'aime Borko. I think you will understand what I've said here. He'll recontextualize everything you hold dear. I like Borko, he's a bro and a god. He will annoy you, then he'll fry up some cod. He is a rocker, but he's also quite mod. I like Borko, I like Borko. Bork!
Bork-o, in fact.
Mm-hmm.
So tell us about Borko.
I wish I could remember how this song actually started. I recorded this as a FuMP tune a couple of years ago, just like as a, 1 verse, 1 chorus demo.
Mm-hmm.
And I, most of those FuMP songs came from, like titles I stashed away somewhere. I haven't found I Like Borko in my phone. So I think I must have just like started ad-libbing something into my phone, and it was that. And then I built a demo around it, and then I found that demo now, and I'm like, I should make the rest of this song. And I made the rest of this song. Although I, threw out a lot of the lyrics I had and made new ones. The intent is the same. Just, oddly, this is the less random version.
Is it the same Borko, at least, Or did you retcon Borko for the new version?
If you go to see Into the Borko verse, you'll find that there are, Borkos from many different worlds.
You're destroying my childhood, Kyle, with your new Borko. It's not the Borko I remember from the 80s.
Everyone needs to remember that all those Borko novels are not canon.
Right. For the graphic I put up on screen during the song, I seriously considered getting Orko from He-Man and putting a big B in front of him, but I didn't think anybody would get it.
B apostrophe and then Orko.
Yeah.
Now, so there was I was thinking about my own dumb song yesterday. The Nintendo Direct dropped, and I saw somebody make a tweet about how people are always freaking out during these things over like some like game series or character that they don't know, but everybody else remembers from like their childhood or something.
Yeah.
They were probably referring to Klonoa, but they might not have been. And like, I don't remember what name they said, but it was something similar to Borko, where it's like, everyone's freaking about it. Oh man, Borko's back. Everybody look, it's Borko.
That happened like, I think it was when they announced like one of the updates to Smash Brothers. There was like some pterodactyl creature that everyone was freaking out about because you get to play as this creature, and I had never seen or heard of this thing, but everyone was super excited, and I don't even remember what game it came from.
From Metroid?
Might have, yeah, I think it was Metroid, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't know what it was or...
Yeah, that's one of Lindsay's mains.
The Metroid games?
Of course it is. No, that character in Smash Brothers.
So you know who I'm talking about then?
Yeah.
Because I can't remember her name.
Borko, obviously.
Borko, yes. Speaking of Nintendo, 48 new tracks for
oh my god, yeah.
for Mario Kart. Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
What? You didn't hear about this, Luke?
What?
Yeah, they're remastering, I guess, all the old tracks for Mario Kart as a DLC
just a bunch
add-on.
of tracks from old Mario Kart games, including the app game.
Yeah, and I think some of
at least one track from the app.
I think some of the arcade games too.
Did they? Is that? I was hoping they would. I hope that's true.
I think so. I'm
So
not
is
sure
that
though.
for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, or is this a new game?
No, it's
No,
for
it's
Mario.
for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. They're just
Yeah.
adding another game's worth of tracks to it.
Yeah, 48 more tracks over the next like year and a half. They're dropping them 8 at a time. So,
Are they going to add any new characters?
They haven't said as much yet, but like, you know, since that question is like on everyone's lips, I have to imagine that's, you know, something that they're thinking about doing. I figure either they are going to do that and we'll find out at E3 or something, or they aren't going to do that because they're working on a new Mario Kart for the system after the Switch.
yeah. Damn it, I want to play as Borko.
Borkart.
Well, I would be freaking out much more loudly and obnoxiously, but I'm in public, so I'll save that for when I'm in private, so Stephanie can enjoy it.
Yeah, you should check out that trailer later, Luke.
Cool.
Kyle, you'll know when Luke gets home because you'll hear, "Oh my god!"
And I'll know when Luke gets home because I'll smell everything he's eaten all day.
What were you gonna say, Luke?
It's like, you know, if somebody were to say to me, "Hey, Luke, I've never heard any of TV's Kyle music. Play me a TV's Kyle track that explains adequately why you like TV's Kyle music so much," I can now play them this track as the ultimate example of that. It's just like, yay, fun, happy, silly TV's Kyle goodness.
We have reached peak TV's Kyle with "I Like Borko."
He is now HD TV's Kyle.
4K, the K stands for Kyle.
Yes,
That's
awesome.
interesting. So you consider this the quintessential TV's Kyle track, Luke?
I mean, I'd have to, without giving it any intense amount of thought, I think it definitely ranks up there with like, you know, yeah, this is the kind of song that TV's Kyle makes that I like to listen to, and it's fun and it makes me happy.
Yay!
So,
I can dig it.
like, yeah, just it just, you know, I love those kind of songs where, you know, your personality and, you know, when she's on, the Lindsay's personality comes shining through into the song, and yeah, it just it's full of happy. So there you go.
Thank you, sir. It was a pleasure screaming this song.
So, Kyle, you looking forward to MarsCon?
I am.
Mm.
Yeah. I, you know, didn't know what to do exactly when Luke let me know that I was suddenly going to be the music guest of honor, but I came up with something, and you'll all see what it is on stage.
Funny, I had a similar experience.
I mean, it wasn't a command. I was like, So Knucklehead's backed out. So would you want to be It's like, I don't want to make any presumptions, especially knowing that Kyle's, got lots of Hollywood things happening that that may be
Hollywood things.
Maybe take the precedent over his spare time in his life right now. So,
I gave Luke a somewhat confused, tepid response at first because I didn't know what I was gonna do. And then once I knew what I was going to do, I said like, "Hey, I know what I'm going to do. So if you wanted to go with me, I'm ready to do it." So yes,
awesome.
And I have been in touch with Ian. Just FYI, everybody, who he hasn't given me like all of the secret info about what's going on with the Logan Awards, but he has told me that there are some people, who, he's going to be reaching out to people on my behalf who get nominated to see if we can get a few more acts showing up to add to our roster, so that we'll have some people there who are beyond, the usual suspects, and also hopefully maybe at least one or two that have never actually performed at MarsCon before. So we'll see how that unfolds in the coming week or two. So just, keep watching this podcast and looking at the social medias for updates on that. So, but I'm very happy that Kyle and Lindsay were willing to step up and do the big show.
yeah,
It's a really big show.
a really big shoe.
All right, so Kyle, do you have anything you'd like to plug?
I have music at tvskyle.bandcamp.com that you should listen to all of. And I made a show at one point. It's called Mighty Magiswords. You've never heard of it. None of you. Certainly anybody like on the screen right now has not heard or, worked on the show. And you can watch that at Hulu or Himbo Max. And I would like to throw out there in the universe, apropos of nothing, that I really want Eagly to be in that League of Super Pets movie.
Okay. I don't know what that means.
My ride's here.
Okay.
Oh, Devo, have you not seen the Peacemaker series?
I have not, no.
There's an eagle. It counts as a super pet as far as I'm concerned. And I want it to be in that movie about all the superheroes' pets.
Okay. Well, that works.
I like Borko.
I know you do. All right, we're going to move on. You going to stick around or you taking off?
I'm going to go make curry out of leftovers. See you guys.
Okay, hang on. Stick around for the beginning of news because there's news that involves you. But let's do a promo.
This is the FuMP.
Naked from the waist down, I'm Donald ducking it, yeah. I'm Donald ducking it, yeah. I'm Donald ducking it, yeah. Feel the wind on my downstairs.
Begins really softly, then ends with a shout. Who can say it the last before chickening out? It goes penis, 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 penis.
Selfies, she won't use still flash or autofocus. She won't use filters. She thinks they're bogus. She will not rotate. She will not crop. She takes bad selfies and she will never stop.
That's the Funny Music Project at thefump.com. THEFUMP.com.
Blocking every signal, a fancy metal wig, no, a shiny tin foil hat.
Time for funny music news. Something.
In the news, TV's Kyle was interviewed by Pete Ellison on his blog. Artist Chat, Kyle A. Carosa talks about design characters, old school cartoons, and the art of the show pitch. You can read the interview at PeteEllison.com. Kyle, would you like to say something about this?
So Pete Ellison is a guy who does artwork that you should all check out. It's kind of like Sanrio. Like I have this like swell shirt with like some like red pandas and some boba, and it's really cute. He's an artist I found out through Stephanie from Cutesylvania, and that guy's awesome, and we keep in touch, and this is a swell interview, and I was happy to talk to him.
Cool. Yeah, so you can read the whole interview at PeteEllison.com. It's on his blog. All right, that's all I needed you for. You're free to go now.
Bye, everybody. Have
Bye,
a good
Kyle.
rest of the podcast.
We'll see you at
Luke, have a
MarsCon.
good rest of a hot dog. Bye.
All right. Carla Ulbrich's GoFundMe for her new album, Twang, has 3 days left. She is currently at $2,776. Her goal was $2,200. So she has made it. She has 3 days left. If you haven't pre-ordered yet, go do that now. Today is Weird Al Yankovic and his wife Suzanne Yankovic's 21st wedding anniversary. So happy anniversary, Al and Suzanne. I somehow didn't realize they got married the same year I did. And okay, MarsCon update. Luke, you got a MarsCon update?
Other than I have updated the MarsCon website to reflect the new Kyle and Lindsay edition, I've made a little bit of a change to the schedule, which may very likely get changed again once we find out who else is going to be added to the roster in a couple weeks. But for all the most up-to-date info, go to MarsConComedy.com, and of course the main website is MarsCon.com. And I know that it's past the pre-reg date, so it'll be $70 at the door for the whole weekend. And what was the other thing I was going to say? Oh yeah, you can. There's also the link at that website for making your hotel reservations. And I need to touch base with all of the performers about various things. I'm basically very behind on my MarsCon duties for various reasons I won't go into, but I'm doing my best to play catch up because as of I think tomorrow it'll be 1 month away from the convention starting. So yeah, but I'm sure everything will be fine. So the main thing I want to drive home is if you have yet to pick up the MarsCon 2022 comedy music track fundraiser album, please go do that at the shop page at MarsConComedy.com. You can get 4 hours of awesome live tracks from last year's virtual MarsCon 2021, which I would like to remind you all was a star-studded spectacle of lots of people who normally haven't been at MarsCon for a while because of the ability for technology to let us do that. So yeah, Byron Lee did a lot of hard work on this, and I appreciate it. And yeah, everyone should give it a listen and give us some money so that we can pay for people's hotel rooms. There we go. I'll shut up now.
All right. No tour dates other than the usual streaming stuff. Sundays online, Sundays in Nashville, Tennessee, Steve Goody at the Bluebird. Tuesdays online, Phil Johnson and Roadside Attraction. Thursdays online, Steve Goody and Brad Tassel, and that's all that's happening at the moment. Birthdays coming up on the 14th. Bad Beth. Happy birthday, Beth. And today in the chat is Brett Glass's birthday. So happy birthday, Brett.
Happy birthday, Brett Glass. Woo!
All right. Now we have a pre-recorded song and a pre-recorded interview with Lauren Mayer.
Hey, is it okay if I get going at this point?
Be gone, Jan
Okay.
Luke hot dog boy.
Bye. See you all next week.
All right. Later, dude. So mean.
In normal times when people meet or catch up on the phone, they ask, "How are you?" to start the conversation. But after what has been the strangest time we've ever known, that answer might require a slight modification. I'm fine with an asterisk, which is just to say the world is a mess and I'm buried in stress, but other than that I'm okay. I'm good with an asterisk, which is how my answer gets corrected. Though reality's a pain, it hasn't driven me insane. I'm doing about as well as could be expected. An asterisk's a form of punctuation to indicate you left something out. Like the way our current situation makes me want to scream and shout, "Ah!" But instead I say I'm okay. With an asterisk, I don't need to curse. The world's upside down, but I won't wear a frown, 'cause things could still be way, way worse. asterisk, which I'll be using for a while. We don't know what's ahead yet, but hey, I'm not dead yet, so I can still manage to smile. If you find your spirits are sinking, look for something that's still okay. Like, other than that, Mrs. Lincoln, how'd you like the play? Then you can say it was fine with an asterisk. Instead of yelling, screw it. All sense of normalcy is gone, but I'm still hanging on. Though I don't know how much longer I can do it. So next time we all talk and start making small talk, let's keep it cheerful and brisk. When you ask me how I am, I'll say I'm fine with an asterisk. Ay.
I'm here with Lauren Mayer. So, Lauren, how are you?
I'm good. I'm a little bit of a headless chicken, but I'm delighted to be here talking to you. Thank you for letting me record this.
Oh, no problem. Happy to have you back. So, you posted the song, I'm Fine.
With an asterisk.
Yes. And I like how, you know how like when you're writing things, there's a whole hierarchy of superscript things. It starts with an asterisk, and I believe the second one is a dagger.
Yes.
So I'm fine with a dagger because I have a migraine right now, and it feels like somebody's driving a dagger into my skull, which explains the do-rag. This is actually an ice pack holder. There's an ice pack in here somewhere.
Oh my gosh! And you're recording this with a migraine. I feel guilty.
I'm fine. It's not a terrible one. But after this, I'm going to attempt to eat dinner, and then I'm going to go lay down and watch the Olympics and not do anything for the rest of the night. So
good for you. You just. I can't say that after we're done. I've got to teach another lesson, and then I have to pack because I'm leaving crack it on tomorrow for my older son's wedding.
Oh, how many kids do you have? How many kids do you have that are getting married?
I only have one kid getting married.
Okay.
I have two boys. The older one getting married. The younger one is the best man. But it's back in Newport, Rhode Island, so I have to, and I'm in California, so I got to fly and pack and schlep and bring my mother with us because she's traveling, and so we got to take care of her. So yeah, it's going to be crazy.
Yep, it's going to be fun.
It will be fun. So yes, I'm definitely fine with an asterisk.
So yeah, tell us about the song.
Well, the song came up. I started at the beginning of lockdown, a local comedian. So I had a gig. My two gigs in February of 2020 in the before times were I had done in MarsCon right before lockdown.
Yep, I was there.
February 28th, 29th, Leap Day. And the week before that, I had done a comedy show with a local kind of well-established comedian named Brian Copeland. And he had invited me to do a couple of my songs on this comedy show of his. And it went really well. And so he said, I'm going to get you on some more gigs in the spring and the summer. So here are some dates. I'm working at the venues. And that all, of course, fell apart. But I had just kind of gotten on his radar. So he started doing a podcast that he made weekly during lockdown because all these comedians were out of work. So he did this segment he called Headliners on the Headlines. And it was having comedians talk about the news. And these were guys that had, headlined all the local comedy clubs, which I've never done. But I think he didn't have a lot of women. I do follow the news pretty religiously because that's part of what I do. And I think a lot of these comedians weren't very well informed or something. So he started having me on more regularly. So I became part of this posse of comedians. And especially in the worst of the lockdown, when we would get, and it was all on Zoom, we would check in with each other and people started saying, I'm fine-ish, or I'm fine under the circumstances. And somebody, and it might have been me, it might have been Brian, said, we almost need like one of those asterisks. I'm fine with an asterisk. So it became our catchphrase. And of course, I steal everybody's catchphrases to make songs. So I thought, I gotta write a song about it. And once I started, it wrote itself. And I still feel that way. What's great is my life is usually hectic and chaotic for one reason or another. So it seems like it always applies.
And you actually used this as the title of an album.
Thank you for helping me. Yes, I did a mini EP called I'm Fine with an Asterisk. I took 7 songs that I had done for weekly songs that weren't completely time sensitive, and some of the ones that people had liked, and did a little mini digital. I am going to do some hard copies because I know this great guy who did wonderful graphic design for me that I'm talking to right now. You did a great cover for me, and so I will do some hard copies eventually, but I've been kind of busy between my son's wedding and a musical workshop that I did and just work. So I will get to that eventually, but I've been selling some digital downloads, and so yeah, I'm babbling a little bit.
That's all right. I don't have the brain power to ask you too much, so
that's okay. I'll talk. We'll schmooze.
Keep babbling. I like babbling. Babbling
It's on
is
my
good.
website, laurenmayershop.com. It's at this point it's $9 for the digital download because I priced it based on how other people were doing things, but I might reduce the price for the full album just because it's my album and I can do what I want to.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
I will do that. But it's also on CD Baby and all the platforms, and yeah, I'm hoping to get it out there a little bit more. We'll see. And they're all the songs. I mean, it's I'm political, so there's a few, but it's nothing. The most, I don't know what's on there. It's Not Nice to Screw Mother Nature. That is about the environment and climate change, which you wouldn't think would be partisan. Wrong Side of History is definitely about, do you want to be with Joe McCarthy and Sarah Palin, who's back in the news again. I put her in thinking she would be a punchline because nobody was talking about her anymore.
She's never going to go away. She's just...
Well, she's like a lot of things. Ghastly, horrible for the country, but fabulous for comedians. So yeah, I did a Sarah Palin song a couple of weeks ago. What else is on the album? I put not at all political, but a couple of years ago I decided to try to see if I could be more hip. So I did a song called "Getting Lit for Hanukkah" about turning into a celebration of weed. Not by personal experience. I have never filled my menorah with joints, but anyway, I put that on there. I put It Could Be Worse. In the worst of the pandemic, when things were lit, and it was pretty bad. I thought, well, it's one nice thing about being a history major. I remember times where things were even worse, so I did that. And there's a couple of other. Oh, and then the one I did about, I guess it's more pandemic related. I did the one about my grandmother going to the Costco senior hours.
Oh yeah, that's one of my favorites actually. I really enjoy that song.
Oh, thank you. And you guys put that on the FuMP a while ago. So yeah, I think not all the songs on there have been FuMP songs, so I may put it, since it's a new album, even though the songs I did a little while ago, I might submit one of those. And then I am thinking, just because I don't know where this came out of, I guess because I keep making comments about being a card-carrying Jewish mother. Oh, because both my sons are straight. Mm-hmm. And my older son he was used to be a full-time, now he does it part-time, musical theater dancer. He's straight, and he does musical theater. Where did I go wrong? And my younger son is a drummer. They tend to be straight with a vengeance. But so I was joking, of course, every good card-carrying Jewish mother wants a gay son because he'll never leave me for another woman, and I'll always have somebody to go shopping for tchotchkes with. And so... anyway, I was doing that. So I think I might have to do an album of songs about being a Jewish mother. That may be my next one.
Okay, cool.
We'll see.
The FuMP's Jewish mother.
Yeah. Well, Brian on his podcast, this was like talking about pretty heavy duty things, especially in 2020 with Black Lives Matter protests and things. And often I'd be the only white panelist. And at one point when we were talking about the George Floyd trial, or the protests about George Floyd, at one point I said, Brian, do you even want me on this podcast? I'm not sure what I can contribute to the discussion. He said, oh, that's okay. I told my producer, you're our resident woke Jewish mother. So I'm a woke Jewish mother. So I might have to do that too. So yeah, I think there's plenty of Jewish mother material.
Yeah, there absolutely
and
is.
I think I'm the FuMP's do you have any other Jewish mothers on the FuMP?
There are other Jewish acts, but I don't think any of them really qualify to be the Jewish mother. So I think you are the FuMP's official Jewish mother.
Well, I'm trying to give, I one of the FuMP fests, I was trying to give Luke dating advice. haven't really given advice to people because I'm not really that kind of Jewish mother, but yeah. So I think I feel like the FuMP's Jewish mother.
Yeah.
How's your head?
It hurts.
Well, we should just play the song and let you go lie down.
Well, yeah. Well, we've already played the song in the interview, so.
Okay.
But I am going to go lie down, so.
All right, you go lie down. Do you want some chicken soup? I'm not very close, so it would take a while to get there.
I would love some, but next time. Next time I see you.
All right, next time I see you, I'll bring you some chicken soup.
Okay, appreciate it. Thank you.
You're most welcome. Thank you for doing this.
All right, catch you next time.
All right, bye.
Making the internet absolutely ridiculous. Dementia Radio.
www.dementiaradio.org. Port 8027.
Please hang up and try again.
This is the part where there's feedback. Feedback. You know that segment of the show we do about now? Feedback. Feedback.
Feedback. Beefball wrote, Chris and Melinda, congrats and mucho happy on your sassy authority move back to Akron. All right, I'll give you the... That was last week's title. This week's title is Brief, Delicate Rainstorm. And Alvarant wrote, glad you're escaping Texas. I started my own job search. Let's hope it goes half as well. There's a 1-week Kickstarter for the Kingdom Pop Warrior that started on Wednesday. Or Klingon Pop Warrior that started on Wednesday, sorry. They already reached their goal in 2 hours. I figured many Fumpers would like to know about it since many are Trekkers. And then there's a link to the Kickstarter project. Look for Klingon Pop Warrior on Kickstarter and you will find it. So thank you, Alvarant. That is all the feedback we got this week.
Teasing. He's a teasing kind of guy. And I have a job. Yeah.
Tomorrow's song is by Lemon Demon. And Tuesday's song is by Two Sleeps. And this week's Spotify playlist topic is pants. Because oddly, again, we have 2 songs about pants on the FuMP Volume 90. So I'm featuring those. And there's a lot of songs about pants, oddly. I had to kind of pick and choose. But anyway. TV's Kyle is at tvskyle.bandcamp.com. Lauren Mayer is Psycho Supermom on YouTube and LaurenMayerShop.com. And let's get out of here. Thank you for listening to the Funny Music Podcast. I'm Devo Spice. Luke is eating a huge burrito hot dog thing, and Kyle was here.
Thank you for listening to the Funny Music Podcast. You can listen live every Thursday night at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 Pacific at DementiaRadio.org and join us in the chat. Or subscribe to the podcast feed. Look us up on iTunes and be sure to leave us a review. Feedback for the show can be sent to info@thefump.com. The Funny Music Podcast is a production of Fidem Interactive, LLC, released under a Creative Commons share-alike license. Tell your friends. Tell your enemies. Shout it to random people on the street. And be sure to visit thefump.com for the latest funny songs. Tune in next week where you'll hear Luke Ski say...
that was a lot of food.